Who is ready? It's been a little bit, but you gotta take care of what you gotta take care of before you get the gameplays up. The Western Conference Championship is here. Dallas and Huntington Beach will be the two teams here in this ball game. You already know I couldn't come alone. I got the home and caboose in the booth again. Let them know how you feeling, big dog.
Hey, you know what? I am feeling like this is over an hour and a half late. We should this thing rolling, peoples.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, hey, life hits you with some uppercuts every now and then. You gotta bob and weave a little bit, but we got the games rolling for sure. Everything is ready to go. I double checked and triple checked everything before we clicked on. But it should be a fun ride here. We could get a quick rendition of what these two teams are about. You can talk about the homies in Huntington Beach. I'll work on Dallas.
I mean, Huntington Beach record should speak for itself. Best record in the USFA this season. And they've got quite a talented team from top to bottom, starting with Action Jackson Jr. At the quarterback position. He's had a pretty decent year, all things considered. Up to no good, also a top 3 back in the league this year. So they kind of got a nice 1-2 punch. Only thing I would say that maybe isn't the greatest is they've only really got one receiver, and that is Vernon Mills. The rest are, I mean, they work, but they're not the greatest. So hopefully the quarterback play of Action Jackson Jr. can elevate those like he's been doing all season long.
Most definitely. And you already seen Dallas come through with the big W in the wild card. They're hyped up. They got a lot of momentum going into this ball game, beating a team that they could not beat in the regular season. And if they want to go to the United Bowl, they'll have to beat one more team that they have yet to beat in the regular season in Huntington Beach. But we've seen what type of talent that they had. They're all clicking on all cylinders. Dallas is a very, very tough team to match up with, surprising to see. But DJ Church, he's been balling out, especially in this last playoff game. Jerry Riggs, a real big target. He's going to have to go up against a very, very staunchy, very, very rugged secondary here with Huntington Beach. But Jerry Riggs, Dusty Rooks, Quentin Robin, I see a lot of things going on for them, and you can't leave out number 34 either, Ulf, the cheat code Jacobson. Like, you really can't go wrong if you hand the football, even though he's been a little struggling towards this Huntington Beach run defense this season. So we'll see if he could bounce up and bounce back from all of that. But we're not going to hold you too long here. You already know what time it is, Caboose. Let me know when to start this thing up.
Hey, we should have started this about 60 minutes ago. Let's get this rolling.
Are you going to keep throwing it in my face? Let's do it. Let's go
yes,
ahead
sir.
and do it. Let's click the game. Play game button. Best of luck to both teams as always, and it should be a fun ride here. We got everything ready to go. Looks like Dallas will be kicking this off to Huntington Beach. Let's do it. And we are underway here. Going to be return coming up from Moldy Cheese, getting it to around the 25-yard line. Got to click one thing here so I can make sure it's all optimized for y'all in the chat. But best of luck to Huntington Beach and Dallas in this ball game. Should be a fun one, as it looks like Action is going to go for the pass, looking left side. They're going to be caught by Vernon. Very good coverage, but it does not matter. Vernon Mills comes through with the 21-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean, and it was really nice of that defender there to kind of push him out of bounds to make sure he couldn't get anything after the catch.
Another quick drip check there. He got the nice Nikes on. I can't be mad at you, Vernon Mills. A great season for him. Huntington Beach, they came out with the best record, just like you said. They're going to try the screen, and look at the homie Andre Krim blowing up that screen for a loss of 1.
Yeah, nice tackle for loss there. It was either going to be a sack or a tackle for loss. They chose the tackle for loss. Not a bad option.
Great job there for sure. Second and 11 coming. 11 minutes here in the first. Let's get into it. Going to be passing it again. Look at action. Throws it right side and caught. And going to make it a 3rd and short situation here. Getting it to the tight end, Jeff Brown. 3rd and 2.
Jeff Brown was, I believe, a mid-round pick in the season 7 entry draft. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's been panning out pretty well for Huntington Beach these first few years.
Most definitely. I think I drafted him with my first pick when I was still there. But looking for the pass, a lot of pressure up front, and I think it's not going to turn out very well for Jackson. Is going to get sacked. A little bit of a stutter there, but hey, Calvin Thomas says he still got the juice, and now it's going to be a quick 3 and out after that big play.
Yeah, too many blockers trying to guard that right side. Nothing on the left end there. It was a pretty easy sack for Thomas to get.
Going to look for the pin right here, sending this one to the right side, and it looks like it will go in, at least inside the 10-yard line, probably around the 8-ish, or maybe the 7. Going to make it 1st and 10.
I'd call that about the 7.
Great job by Felix Delachon with the punt. Here comes Dallas for the first time on offense, coming off of a big win, just like you said earlier. They have the offense. They see if they can get the job done here tonight. Quick pitching it and going to be caught. Actually, no, it's incomplete. He could not hang on with Jerry Riggs. Trying to make a 2nd and 10. A great hit by Kaishawn Williams.
Yeah, great hit there. Great way to keep him from catching that and keeping him right down there by their own goal line.
On with the pistol again. The cheat code is back there.
Never mind.
They're going to pitch it to him, but he doesn't have a lot of room to turn up. He's going to make the catch, but he's going to go absolutely nowhere with it, and it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, not really sure what that play call was or why they did it that way, but it's 3rd and 10. Got to move on. Have a short memory.
Wouldn't recommend running the football here. Definitely need to go up the field. See if they can get the job done, but it looks like they're going to fake it. Will it be a safety? No, will not. Going to be deflected, though. Guess who? Dexter Jackson coming with the big play, and both defenses come out strong to start this ball game out.
Kind of reminds me of, I believe it was Arizona Dallas. Both defenses came out really strong in that first couple drives before someone finally cracked the safe.
Sending the punt away here is Mr. Washington, and it's going to go to X-Pac, looking for a good return. Going to use that speed to at least get inside Dallas territory. Can't be mad at that. We'll see if Huntington Beach can capitalize on the great field position. How's everyone doing in the chat? I see currently 9 in the setup here. Got to get that joint up. Make sure you do that giveaway thing as well. Exclamation point USFA. Get it all ready to go for you as Action Jackson's going to set up here. And it's going to be a high snap, but he does corral it. And it looks like the home is going to pick up the sack. Rocky Ivan getting into the mix.
Yeah, this defense has really come alive these last few weeks. The last few weeks of the regular season and against Arizona, they have just absolutely been dominating.
2nd and 17 here. Up to no good there in the backfield. They're going to send Jeff Brown here in motion, and they're going to hand it off to Upton, who's going to find a little bit of a crease, get them right back into Dallas territory, but it's still going to be a long 3rd down situation here.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough play. It's going to be up to the secondary of Dallas to shut it down and try and get this ball back.
Most definitely here. Take off real quick. We're back on. Let's do it. Huntington Beach got to get past the 37 to keep the drive alive. They're going to pitch it, pushing forward, and I think he's going to be shy of the mark for the first. Interesting start here, but can they go for it here? 4th and 2. Definitely manageable. A field goal be kind of long from here.
I think it's still early in the game. It's a 0-0 game. No need to take that kind of risk yet.
Nothing wrong with that. See if they could get another quick pin and a quick stop. Here comes Felix with another punt. This time it's to the left, but it looks like it will go into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the best starting field position here for Dallas.
Yeah, not quite able to put that one right where he wanted it was Felix, so gives Dallas pretty decent field position as that punt basically is a net of 20.
Beach here on defense, looking to get some pressure there on Church. They're going to send the blitz. It does get home, but that is going to be completed for a gain of 5. Second and medium coming up.
Isaiah Fowler was his first catch of the day. He had a big game. I think 189 yards against Arizona in the wild card.
Second and 5 coming up. Going to be a handoff there. Goes off in a big hole, getting tripped up as he gets to the 40-yard line. Big carry. That's exactly what Dallas is looking for. Give it to the homie, Ulf Jacobson, for the quick first.
Now, Ulf looking to redeem himself a little bit. Didn't do a whole lot. I think he had 113 yards against Arizona, but most of that came in the second half of the game.
That's how good he is. Doesn't do a whole lot, but still gets 100 yards rushing. You love to see it. That's how big name this kid is. And it's going to be 2nd and 6. Really can't call him a kid either. He's been in the league for a while, but he's still young and hard. He's been in the league
for a hot minute.
Yeah, he's young and hard. That's all that matters, right?
It's going into his 6th or 7th year now.
Really?
Yeah, Father Time's coming for him pretty soon.
Oh, wow. I thought he had like 4 or 5 years in, but hey, keep it moving, throwing on the run, and cannot complete it there to Fowler. Great pressure once again from that very tough D-line here for Huntington Beach.
Both D-lines really putting the squeeze on the quarterback, giving very little time to make any kind of decisions.
It has one of those feels like which quarterback makes the first mistake. That's what's really going to get this rolling. As we see Church again, perfect, looking left side, going to be deflected. And I see number 20, Trey Glock, getting into the mix. Great defense on the homie Jerry Riggs. It's going to be another 4th down situation for Bruce.
Yeah, it's shades of yesterday's Eastern Conference final, punt after punt after punt to start the game. Whichever quarterback makes a mistake or whichever one manages to get lucky first is going to be what cracks this open.
He tried to get the lucky bounce there, not to be for Dallas. And now we're going to see Huntington Beach's worst starting field position here, starting at the 20. How's everyone living in the chat? How you feeling? Let me know who's going to win this ball game, man. It's going to be crazy. We still got a whole quarter and a whole half a quarter and another 3 quarters to come. As we see Action Jackson throwing this right side. It's going to be caught by JoJo for a gain of around 5-ish. Yes, it is. 2nd and medium coming.
Yeah, right now, the Dragons are having a little bit of a hard time with their completion percentage, and that was something that was kind of haunting them against Arizona, but didn't quite bite them in the they were giving up big splash plays to win that game.
Gonna launch this left side here and going to be dragging the toes. We talked about Jeff Brown earlier with the big bucket again, and that'll move Huntington Beach up.
Yeah, on the flip side, Action Jackson, I believe, is still perfect on the day. So you've got a 100% completion percentage to start things out versus Church's maybe 30% right now.
1st and 10 coming up, and they will give it to Upton, who's going to try to hit the edge. He breaks the tackle and then runs straight into who I believe is Kobe Froby and Raven Kenobi, trying to make it a gain of 3. Upton, no good. Isn't really the greatest at breaking tackles. He's more of a straight line runner type of running back. You see what the yards he did hit 1K this season. And looking to do some more as we skip it to him again. And it's going to be a straight line run, just like I said, inside the 35 now. And Huntington Beach is starting to pick it up on offense.
Yeah, in Dallas, you got to kind of clamp down on that, give your offense a chance to get their feet a little bit more under them. The defense has been good so far. They need to keep that up.
1st and 10 here. Nothing is in the backfield. And they'll give it to him again. Another zone read is going to give him another solid gain. Jackson Storm hitting him after a gain of 7. And that'll move Huntington Beach at the very least into field goal range here. Can they keep the drive going? That's the question that we all have to answer here. As it's back to a single back set. Look for a man here. Here comes action. Throwing the right side and caught. There goes Jeff Brown again. Tackled by Weezy Porter. And it's 1st and goal, Huntington Beach.
Huntington Beach has been absolutely clinical on this drive. Pretty much slicing and dicing through the entire Dallas defense. If Dallas wants to keep this game hopefully in check, they'll need to tighten up on the next drive. Try and hold them to 3 here.
Holden giving a big push and up to no good. Says he's up to no good. Touchdown. Voyagers, and they'll kick off the scoring here in the 1st. Kick is going to be up here, and the kick shall be good. And the Voyagers are coming through with their 1st score of the playoffs. And after all those stops, you'd love to see that happen. They started with their worst field position, like we mentioned earlier. But 1st down after 1st down, big play, both on the ground and through the air. And that's something that Huntington Beach has been used to doing all season long. That's why they got 12 wins going into this game.
Yeah, and Dallas just couldn't quite keep a lid on it there. However, previous history tells us anything. This should be a close game. The last 2 matchups were decided by 6 and 5 points respectively. So I expect Dallas to try and come back out swinging here.
Definitely. I see the homie Krim in the chat. One of the Dallas's weaknesses is on their defensive line. We've seen them get to the quarterback a few times here tonight, but that defensive tackle position is something that definitely can be improved going forward. You see Huntington Beach target that on this particular drive and it worked out in their favor. We'll see if Dallas can bounce back and tie it up. Ryan Davis, the new guy for Huntington Beach, is like, keep running it up the middle. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, if Dallas wants to try and win this game, you got to get Church kind of more in his groove in the game. Oh man, that man's ankles are broken.
My ankles are sore.
And that man also needs to get into a groove, get his touches. Jacobson's going to be a huge part of this offense.
2nd and 1 coming up here. Going for the I formation. Huntington Beach got some bodies there. They're going to send a blitz. It doesn't quite get home, but it does force an error pass. And now it's 3rd and short. Definitely can give it back to 34. I trust him to at least be able to get 1 yard.
Yeah, most times that is the case. He can do that. But man, this pass is going to kill them if they can't figure it out real quick.
3rd and 1. They got the pistol set. And they will give it to him. A big hold there for Ulf, and he's going to find a big hole to get past midfield. And that was just beautiful blocking on that left side. You could run a 16-wheeler through that mamma jamma. It's 1st and 10, Dallas.
It's an 18-wheeler, but hey, close enough.
16, 18. Hey, I told you I just got back. I'm still recovering here. I'm missing my one line, but it's all good. They're going to give it to him again, and this time he's going to run straight into Dexter Jackson, and that'll more than likely close out quarter number 1, folks. Old Standard Sports. He said he's looking out for my boy, looking for him. He said, I see you, big dog. Thank you so much. As we get to quarter number 2 here for Dallas. They're going to flip the field. Let's throw your 2s up. Going to make it 2nd and 8 here. 12 minutes back on the clock. Quick pitch and going to be caught, but he is going to be short for that first down mark. Great tackle there from number 33, Tom Creed Jr. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
So, I mean, yeah, 3rd and 1, easy. You could easily give that back to Old. He'll probably get it for you more often than not.
Are there really no such thing as 16-wheelers?
No, there are no such thing as 16-wheelers.
It is what it is. 18 then. Look for the pass again. They're going to send a blitz, looking right side, and it's going to be caught by Robin. And that was a immaculate pass. Only where Robin can get to it is going to be 1st and 10 again.
It was a dicey pass too. It was coming a little late, and man, that was scary if you're Dallas.
So Dallas is on the move here. 1st and 10 coming up. That formation almost got Thomas Noble offsides. Not to be, they're going to hand it off, and a great tackle there from Terrence Goldsberry to prevent a huge game. Going to make 2nd and 6.
I mean, even still, 6 for 53 yards on the day for Ulf.
Yeah, those big carries definitely helping this offense move a little bit. But can they punch it into the end zone? That's going to be the question as we make it 10.5 minutes left in the 2nd. Here comes Church again with the drop back, looking left side, and going to be deflected. A little bit out of the reach there, Riggs, from what I see. There is a 16-wheeler. I just Googled it. As per Gold Standard Sims. So suck it. You got my back.
I will not.
I will not. This 3rd and 6 coming up. Huntington Beach looking for the stop. They're going to send a few, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be another deflected pass. And Riggs, he's not having the greatest of games. Tyshawn Williams doing very well against number 17 right now. They're going to have to settle for 3.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see here because, quite frankly, Church not being in his bag, not being able to make these kind of passes is really going to end up hurting Dallas' home portion of this game.
Kick is up, and the kick shall be good, so Dallas will get on the board tonight. And it's going to be a 7-3 ball game here. It's going to be up to this Dallas defense to keep them into it, because if Huntington Beach keeps on going like they did their last drive, it's going to be a long day for Dallas.
Yeah, for sure. You really need Church to start figuring out how to throw the ball and get it to his receivers reliably and consistently. Because right now he's looking like a college back that may be in his freshman year.
I think we already answered this question earlier, but when will the expansion draft results come out?
We will be revealing those at halftime. We'll reveal Toronto's roster right now in this game, and then we will reveal New Jersey's roster in the Eastern Conference Final.
It sounds good to me as we see the return coming up there for Moldy Cheese. He will get to the 25, so no yards lost, no yards gained. Can't be mad at it. Going to make it 1st and 10. Action Jackson Jr. and the gang back on the field. Can they extend the lead? We'll see a handoff here, looking for a little bit of a crease, and pushing forward again is up and no good. Could have been a gain of around 1 or 2, but he turned it to 5.
Yeah, Upton has been able to get some pretty decent yards so far this game, when it doesn't really look like there's anything there. Pushing through, really digging deep in these playoffs.
2nd and medium here. Going to be passing it again, looking middle of the field, and that's going to be incomplete. So both quarterbacks missing some passes that can help the team move down the field. You see Action Jackson there. He's not very pretty, not very happy about that particular one. 3rd and 5 coming.
Is that you just absolutely dissing Action Jackson, calling him ugly?
Well, I had something in my head that that involved the word pretty, but you know, like I'm still trying to recover. Launching this left side though, got a man burnt. That's gonna be Vernon Mills again. And Action Jackson's 8 for 9 on the day. Huntington Beach is on the move again.
That is not something you want to see as Dallas. This is, you got to get this game back under control, otherwise Huntington Beach can and will run away with it.
And they're back in field goal range here, looking to get something going. The box is pretty filled up, but they'll still hand it off there to Upton. He's going to get inside the 20. Short gain there of about 3. Yeah. See, I can't even talk right now.
It's okay. We love you anyways. You could make all the mistakes in the world, everyone would still love you.
Pretty much, yeah. Who hates me? Like, imagine hating stats. Like, I can't do it. I can't think of it. But it's going to be a strong guy formation, looking for a man to throw to. Middle field is caught. There goes Ty White, the backup tight end, getting her juice into the playoffs. It's 1st and goal coming.
And Dallas, it looks like right now they've just kind of lost all their fire from that win against Arizona.
Huntington Beach trying to get the job done. Almost got the man offsides, looking for a man. Going to take off to run a little bit. Throws back in the end zone, just throws this one away. Real smart decision there. Didn't look like anything was open.
I mean, 2 more plays like that, maybe they can hold them to 3, and this is still a 1-possession game.
Going back to the I formation here. 2nd and goal coming, 7.5 minutes left in the second. So far, a pretty solid game. Looking left side and going to be caught. Why not throw it to your tight end? It's Jeff Brown for the touchdown.
And everything I've been saying Dallas cannot be doing is what they are doing. HBV is starting to pull away a little bit here.
They'll make it a 2-score game now. Kick is going to be up. Kick is going to be good. Right now, everything is looking real nice here for the Western Conference leaders going into the playoffs. 14-3 is your score. And a little bit of history lesson for everyone in the chat. There have been 7 championships in the USFA so far. 3 of them were won by Huntington Beach, and they were won in seasons 2, 4, and 6. Guess what season we are currently in? Season number 8. So will history repeat itself? If they keep playing like this, and it's kind of hard for me to think that it won't happen.
Yeah, Dallas right now looking a little bit shell-shocked. Definitely need to just get a bit more grounded into the game and start making plays.
Most definitely. I think they can lean a little bit more on number 34 as we see that one return past the 20. There goes Quentin Robin doing this stuff because I don't care what happens in this ball game. Dallas Dragons, just a slick helmet design. I don't know. That was nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid one.
I like their whole uniform set as Dallas. They're definitely their own team. I love to see it as they try it. And Phenom Chisholm is just going to slow down number 34 on that play. 2nd down and 8.
Still positive yards, though. And I mean, end of the day, positive yards are positive yards. You'd like to see it go for a little longer, but on first down, it's not the end of the world.
How come Riggs never returns kickoffs or punts? That's because he's the starting wide receiver. If you're in that spot, you can't do it. And that's going to be a great defensive play. Trying to get it to Robin, but he could not hang on. Looks like Trey Glock and Ethan McWell said, you better try harder than that, young blood. It's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, I don't know about that throwing into triple coverage there. Just not the best decision in my eyes.
With the pistol set again, taking off to run, but running straight into Kyshawn Williams, going with the corner blitz, and it was perfect. Get him the sack.
Yeah, there's another one of Church's patented not paying attention to the field around him and running straight into a defender. He's not even looking over his shoulder there.
Yeah, you seen right there. He was looking up, trying to find the person to pass it to, but once again, you got to give credit to this secondary here for Huntington Beach doing it all season long, as we see X-Pac fight for more yards, getting past the 30 to the 35-ish yard line. And Huntington Beach, they could really put this game on its head if they could find a way to score before the half.
Yeah, that would almost be a death sentence for Dallas here. I mean, going down 21-3 for the half, it's just, it's not a look you want to be in a big game like this.
Definitely. 1st and 10 coming, 6 minutes left in the second. Here comes action. Pressure's coming, but the pass still on the mark. There goes Vernon again to the 45. And Action Jackson Jr. is currently in his bag right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. And he's only missed one pass all day. He's already got well 156 passing yards. They gotta find a way to slow down this passing attack.
Deep drop back here for action and launch in the middle of the field, and going to be picked off. And just as we said he was in his bag, Wheezy Porter says he wants that Safety of the Year award, and he's going to get the INT.
Wheezy Porter tied for the lead in terms of interceptions, as that play was almost picked off. Really one of the top safeties in the league right now.
Big turnover there for Dallas. They need to capitalize on it here. Their offense needs to get rolling. Even a field goal will help them, but honestly, they need 6+1.
Yeah, they do.
As we see Church looking, and that's almost picked off, and that would have been pick 6, because Dexter Jackson is one of the fastest linebackers in the league, and how he was running, he had nothing but that steel gray field ahead of him.
Yeah, no, this is not how you want to respond to an interception. You really got to slow this down. This is Church's rushing things. He is not playing well.
Going to fake the run. He's going to take off to run a little bit off the back foot and still finds Robin, makes a man miss, and Ethan McWells is going to make the tackle, but heads up play by Church. He needed a bucket. He found a bucket, and Quentin Robbins going to take it up the field.
Church is 5 for 15 on the day so far. That is horrific. He really needs to figure it out and step it up, because Dallas really needs him to do that if they want to get back in this.
Going to fake the handoff to Ulf. Here comes Church again. Takes off to run. Does a flag on the play. Doesn't matter. It's going to get sacked, and that should go backwards regardless. They should make it 1st and 20. Actually, no, they're going to take the sack and decline it. Never mind. But that's definitely a good thing to do as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's 3 yards difference, but the extra down might help Dallas to get into it. And with how Church is passing right now, never mind.
Yeah, that's bad there. That's a false start by the right tackle. Going to make it 2nd and 22. You hate to see it. So technically, you can see that the penalties still work.
Pretty much. I mean, man, Dallas is not doing themselves any favors
at all. And that's only playing into Huntington Beach's hand. But hey, if you leave men open like that to get the 1st down, you might not need a great job by Isaiah Fowler. Huntington Beach sent the blitz, and there was a gaping hole in the middle of the field that made it too easy for Church.
Yeah, I mean, when he's literally on an island by himself, Church can hit that all day long. He just needs his line to hold up in front of him.
Definitely needed that for sure. Back in the pistol. Here is Church looking to hand it off and finding another big hole, but he's going to get tackled as soon as he gets past that line of scrimmage. Going to make it a gain of 7. Great fight after contact.
Well, I thought you said going to get tackled immediately after crossing the line of scrimmage for a gain of 7.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
You're right. I'm mad at you. Going with the I formation, though. And the drive percolating here. They're going to give it back to Ulf. And he's going to make it close to the 20. Another 3rd down situation coming. But once again, 3rd and 1, manageable here.
Definitely doable. Hand it off one more time. Probably grab it. My guess, though, is for some inexplicable reason, they'll try and pass the ball.
They're back in the pistol. Looks like it's man coverage on that right side of the O-line. All those receivers is going to be handed off, but they're going to delay it. He's going to shed off of his own blocker and drag a man to the 15, maybe the 14. And that's what you got to do. Give it to 34. He'll get you out of a lot of situations.
Seriously, it's mind-boggling that they haven't been using him as much in previous weeks, but I mean,
he's getting a lot of work.
He's getting them results now. Yeah, he's been getting work today.
You get the 2-minute warning here. Let's see what Dallas can do. They are in the red zone as of right now. It's looking real nice here on this particular drive. It looked a little sketchy with all those penalties and getting sacked, but the best teams in the USFA, they bounce back from adversity. They're doing it here. Now they just got to keep it going here with the drive, throwing it, and he got hit as he threw. That was a nasty hit. We're going to make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, our pocket just collapsed a bit too quickly. Nothing was developing very fast, and made a wise decision to just get rid of it.
Field goal will make it a 1-possession ball game if they don't get the touchdown. Albeit with the touchdown and 2-pointer. Looking for a man again, steps back, throws on the run, and just throws this one away. And it didn't look like too much was open on that particular play. Going to make a 3rd down.
You could have floated one down there to Olf, and he probably would have gotten you a couple yards. But yeah.
People in the chat saying that he doesn't like Church's play. So far, he's been up and down, but he's been making smart decisions here so far. Going to take off to run, going to throw off the back foot, and that was deflected. Very dicey pass in the end zone, and they're going to have to settle for 3 again, Caboose.
Not what you want to see. Not what you want to see at all. As Church falls to 6 for 19 passing on the day. Let me just do a little bit of quick math here. That is a 31% completion rating.
Definitely kick up and kick is going to be shanked to the right. It gets worse for Dallas. The great drive gets absolutely nothing out of it.
That's just tough.
That is very tough there. David Washington, normally very sound in these type of situations, but I don't think he got the right type of toe on that football before the kick. So it is what it is. Huntington Beach with the football. Now they got the 2-minute warning situation coming their way. Quick pitch and caught. There goes Matt Grigsby rolling over a man, getting past the 30. And if you're Huntington Beach, they want to keep this drive alive as much as possible. See if you can get something going here.
Yeah, if you can make this 3 possessions, that's even better.
Dallas will start with the football going into the 3rd quarter, so it'll be quick pitch there, and that was very dicey as well, going straight towards Raven Kenobi, but I don't think he realized it was coming his way. He didn't even react. It's 2nd and 10 now.
Yeah, now all of a sudden Action Jackson kind of trying to rush things, maybe feeling a little overconfident about their situation. Both quarterbacks really rushing decisions that they really shouldn't be.
Quick pitch, and that is going to be caught by Grigsby, but not getting the 1st down on that play. It's 3rd and medium. And Dallas, if they could get the stop here, they could call the timeout and potentially get some points before the half ends.
Potentially. Although it looks like Huntington Beach is content to run this clock down to basically nothing.
Most definitely. 3rd and 5 coming. 50 seconds left. Looking to quick pitch it and going to be almost picked off again. And that's John Fowler in that area. And they won't even need to burn a timeout now. Send the ball back to Dallas.
Yeah, that was, I wouldn't say it was almost picked out. That was the corner reaching around the front and getting that thing down. But either way, great play.
Here comes the punt. A little bit of a long setup there to get that away, but Felix does do that inside the 15, and great coverage again, keeping them inside the 20, probably right at the 20. It's going to be 39 seconds left in the 1st half.
You think they can get something in 40 seconds? We've seen Fowler and Riggs able to break away against Arizona, but can they do it here against Huntington Beach?
We'll have to see for sure. I think it's possible, but We'll see if the pass rush could get home. It looks like it does, and it does force the errant pass here. 6 for 20 here on the day for Church. And I know a lot of people are clamoring that Church isn't doing well, but you got to remember, Huntington Beach came into this game with the best defense all around as per the statistics. So you got to give a little credit there to Huntington Beach.
Charlotte might have a few things to say about that with how their D-line's been playing, but regardless.
Hey, Huntington Beach allowed less than 200 total points on them. So they're on schedule. That's all I'm saying. I know you got love that Charlotte. I know you do. But once again, gotta give credit. And once again, they tried to carry there not to be 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're going to need a big pass if they want to get something going here. They called the timeout. And the high snap there. Here comes the left side quickly and overthrows.
Oh my gosh. Had his man burnt. That was a touchdown play and just absolutely overthrew it. Not at all what you want to see.
A rare, not overthrow, rare overthrow. A rare blown coverage there from Huntington Beach. They don't normally allow that there, but hey, Riggs had his man beat there for sure. There's going to be a return here from X-Pac, and he's going to get to around the 30-yard line, maybe a little bit further than that. And they only have 18 seconds left in this one. I expect a few runs, take it to the half, see what happens in the second.
Yeah, just in general, extremely sloppy offense from Dallas to start this game. This whole first half, really. Bit of a miracle they even got 3 points. And it's also quite impressive that Huntington Beach has only been able to capitalize for 2 touchdowns.
He's going to take off the run a little bit. He's going to get tackled in bounds, holds on to the football. That should take us to the end of quarter numero dos. I'll go ahead and pause after the kickoff since I do not have my hand on the controller. It's all good. And we'll see how they started out as Dallas. We'll get to the advertisements, all the good stuff. And you said you wanted to talk about the Toronto expansion draft afterwards?
Correct.
Cool. That's going to get taken to around the 25-yard line. You see right there, 28.6%, only 67 yards passing. You hate to see it, but still got another half to go. I'm thinking DJ Church, along with a lot of people in the chat, could use some W in your life. Make sure you go ahead and do it. Use that code on your screen, USFA S8, to get 10% off of each and every order that you choose to have with them. Great product, great community as well. You'll be directly supporting us by showing some love to W. Get yourself a new energy drink that'll help you out. Not all of those crazy crashes and all of that stuff. You want to avoid the crashing. You want to get into the end zone. You do that by getting with W. Also, shout out to Paladin, our other sponsor here. If you need any help software-wise for your business to make sure that it's in tip-top shape, make sure that you hit up the homies at Paladin. I was about to say W again, but shout out to them as well. Make sure that you sign a contract with them. Just like W, you'll be directly supporting USFA, doing all the good stuff. Where's your paid promotion tag, mister? I ain't even going to talk about that right now, but we're going to keep it moving here with the GSB. Shout out to them. We got the Gold Standard Basketball doing their thing as well. Season 2 is coming up. Shout out to the homies there. Going to be a real fun ride there. Look out for Pharaoh Dotson. He's coming out for that MVP. I'm trying to tell you. And also shout out to the ECFL. There are collegiate affiliates here. Over 100 users coming into this next draft class. Going to be a fun ride as always. We got 2 more teams that came into the mix. We already revealed them. Shout out to the Toronto Wraiths and the New Jersey Battalion. They'll be drafting, and they're going to be looking to get some great coverage there in the draft, along with the other 10 teams. Shout out to them. And then we'll also go with Goals Great One Hockey League Sim. If you want to be the next Hockey Hall of Famer, no better place to do it than Goals. I'm trying to tell you. And that's all of the advertisements there. If you want, you could go ahead and start out with the Toronto Wraiths expansion draft results.
Yep. So the Toronto Race in the expansion draft have selected from Tampa defensive tackle Matthew Ousley, from Arizona cornerback Lawrence Sands, from Tampa cornerback Thor Brown, from Charlotte defensive end Lee Flowers, from Pittsburgh strong safety Mitchell Lott, and from Dallas defensive end Andre Krim.
Very nice right there. Great core to build around. And I can't wait to see what the homie Tom Riddell will do with that team in the draft. Going to be a fun ride as always. Shout out to them. And is there anything else we need to talk about before we click back on?
Nope. We need to get this show on the road.
Let's go ahead and get this show on the road then. Congrats again to Toronto. We'll go ahead and flip back over to it. Got to get something going here. They have the ball. All it takes is one touchdown and they're back into it. I think this would be a real great opportunity for them to do it.
Yeah, this would be a solid way to get back into it, but they've got to execute first.
Great start there with Ulf Jacobson, over 80 yards rushing, 85 to be exact, and they'll start out with the big game.
Ulf, the reason that Dallas right now is even on the board with points, so hopefully now that can inspire Church to do something with his own.
First and 10 here, going to hand it off again, another big hole, going to shed off a couple of men to get to the 40. And closer to that 100-yard mark here in the playoffs, potentially the second time in a row. Mr. Cole Politicking coming through in the mix with the biddies. I appreciate you, big dog. See this one. Hand it off, pushing forward, and Ulf is just a grown man out here.
And that's what he's been doing all year. He did it all year last year and the year before that. Basically, ever since he got into the league, he's been a wrecking ball that defenses have struggled to contain.
Shit like that.
Thank you, Mr. Clausen, with some bits as well. Look at the homie turning up, getting great yards there, and Ulf will hit 100 yards rushing today. Moving towards more of a ground game to start it out. I love to see it. Take some pressure off of Church, and so far it's working out. Second and inches.
Second and inches, I thought he would have gotten it. If he had just run straight, he probably would have gotten it.
They're going to give it to him again, and he will pick it up, sheds off one man, gets inside the 30-yard line and making the moves again. Number 34 looking too nice on this drive.
Ulf has, I think, gotten pretty much every single yard of this drive. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You are not wrong, my good sir. He's been on the level, and now he needs to take a break. They'll give it to the backup, Mr. Jackson, and he'll get some yards as well, getting them inside the 25. And we've seen Dallas get this far before. It's now up to them to actually take the anchor out and punch it into the end zone.
Yeah, if they get a touchdown here, it brings them right back into the game, and frankly, Huntington Beach would need to respond in some positive way.
Look for a man to throw it to. He is taking off to run, but this time it's Dexter Jackson coming through with the big play. That's a sack. Take a selfie, big homie. That's not the first time we've seen Dexter Jackson get a sack in the playoffs.
No, it will not be the last. Church, unfortunately, just runs straight at another defender and takes another sack, sending him very far back.
I don't know if y'all seen, but Jackson had this funny grin when he got the sack. But as that's going to be picked off, it's going to be Blaze Henderson taking it past the 20 to around the 24, and now the defense for Huntington Beach is stepping up.
And things are going from bad to worse for Dallas. Jeez.
Hand off there to Upton. He just cracked 50, so as the duel between Ulf and Upton, definitely going towards offside on this, but hey, it's gonna be 2nd and 8 coming.
If you're Dallas right now, what is going through your brain on that sideline?
Me, honestly, you should have a not give up mentality here. You've shown the ability to move the ball down the field. You have to use your playmakers properly. You've seen get all the way down the field with the ground game. It might be good to stick with the ground game a little bit more. Try to switch it up a little bit. Might not just have to go up the middle. Try a sweep. Try a screen pass. You know, there are other ways to get around this mix, but it's 3rd and 5, and they're going to quick pitch it to the homie, and a great tackle there by number 19 to avoid giving up the first. And even if they did throw the INT, the Dallas defense responds.
Which is good. You definitely want to see your defense respond when your offense is not clicking at all. At least gives you a chance to get into this game.
One coming up here, and we'll see the punt from Felix, another boomer of a punt inside the 15, and we'll see the return, and he's going to get chopped down before he gets to the 30, but a great return nonetheless. Dallas back onto the field.
Back on the field around the 27-yard line. Hopefully Ulf has had some time to rest and get those legs ready, because they're going to need him to move this ball.
One thing Huntington Beach, even though they did give up some real big gains, they're not allowing that huge knockout touchdown. As you see Ulf take off with the big carry again, another huge gain, and he's over 130, making 140 yards on the dot. And we've seen plays like that where he's able to get free, but he hasn't hit the end zone yet. So Huntington Beach, I think they're okay with allowing those type of plays if the defense holds up strong when it's really mattered.
Yeah, and part of the issue is that they're letting him run these early, and then once they get to the end zone, they take it away from him and give it to someone else.
Getting another big first down here, and it seems like Huntington Beach is having troubles slowing down this run game. This was not the case in the beginning of the season, nor the second time when they played. They've had him pretty good in check, but right now, Ulf is finding his groove. They'll give it to him again. Why not? But this time, they do slow him down to a gain of around 5. Make it 4.
Yeah. I love how slowing Ulf down is a gain of 4.
Okay.
That's terrifying to think of.
Hold down for your boy. I got to make one quick trip.
And where was that going? That was another terrible pass from Church. Just completely threw it well over his man. Could have had a screenplay for a couple yards and just got nothing. It appears that Stacks has disappeared, so I will take over. Church under center. He's going to hold it, stay in the pocket, take off, throws on the run, and hits his man. That looks like the Jerry Riggs, I believe. Nope, that is Quentin Robin. And Quentin Robin has been, for some reason, his only reliable receiver. 3 receptions already on the day. Another first down. Church, handed it out to Ulf. Ulf getting hit after he crosses that line. Looks like a gain of 3. Didn't quite see who made the tackle there, but holding Ulf to a gain of 3 is a pretty solid job. Church under center again, strong eye formation. Oh, and someone jumped. Didn't see quite who. Looking like it's going to go backwards on Dallas as they get the false start penalty. Church throws, caught. That is number 84, that is someone I can't read. Yeah, I can't. Dusty Rooks, that's who that is. As making this a manageable third down here inside the red zone now. Within the backfield. Delayed handoff, and that was not what you want to see. Looks like he didn't really get anything on that play. The delay probably was not a good idea. As it's 4th and 2, and Dallas gonna have to kick another field goal. No, they're gonna go for it. 4th and 2, strong eye, handoff, and they're gonna pick it up. Flag on the play, does it come back? It will come back. It'll be now a 4th and 9, so now they will have to kick that field goal. So just when they get something good, they just absolutely destroy it themselves. So could have been a first down, and instead it's still 4th and 9, and you're kicking a field goal. Kick is up, and kick is good. As Dallas will now pull into one possession. Granted, that's a touchdown plus 2, but touchdown plus 2 is better than 2 scores. That drive was pretty much entirely a run game. Couple of nice passes there, as Church makes a few rare completions, but you definitely need to see something click with that passing game a little bit better if Dallas wants to really get back into this. And they also need their defense to hold Huntington Beach again. Not an easy task at all. Kick is away. Oh, there you are. That is wheeled down in the end zone for a touchback. Stacks, I'll let you take over play-by-play again.
Sweet. What did I miss? See, Dallas got the field goal. How did they do it?
They went for it on 4th and 2, picked it up, put a flag, brought them back for a 4th and 9, and they kicked the field goal.
Okay, so we got a 8-point ball game. Huntington Beach still in the lead here. Third quarter winding down. Here comes action with a huge drop back, launching the left side. It's going to be caught by Tidwell. Going to push forward and reach out for the first. Do they give it to him? They said he's a yard shot on the 2nd and 1.
Knee came down before the ball crossed.
Good fight to try. I definitely like to see the heart here. They're trying to get to the United Bowl. All they need to do is hold out for one more quarter and one more minute. Gonna make it 2nd and 1 here. Another pass on the run and going to be caught, and there goes Mr. Grigsby, number 13, getting it in. 1st and 10, Huntington Beach.
Huntington Beach, and it's back to one possession, but honestly, the siren shouldn't be going off unless Ulf suddenly decides to turn the heat up even more. I feel like Huntington Beach has this game pretty much in control.
Looks like Vernon Mills is going to get one more play there before the end of the 3rd quarter. Throw your boys up for your boys. I don't think they'll get another heck out, but I'll pause it after this next play. Doing a thug fizzle up in here. The games keep rolling up the field. Huntington Beach 1 quarter away from getting it in. 12 minutes left, and we'll get the giveaway going on as well. You know how we do. Looking for the pitch, middle field, and going to be incomplete. And that's going to make it 3rd and 2 coming up. But we got to see what's happening here in the giveaway. Can't wait to see who's going to get the job done. You love to see it. How many people do we have up in here for this giveaway? See if I can bring it up real quick.
I think it was like 8 or 9.
I've seen 8 at one point. Yes, we're at 8. And let's go ahead and show off the spin. See what we got cooking. what in the world is going to be the prize? Fowler in the chat saying, I still believe Dallas going to be 5, going to 15. I see a 20. Fight against time. Ooh, 20 TPE coming out with the gate in the Western Conference Championship game. Who's going to win the 20? Going to click that right about now, and the winner shall be Mr. Blake Grant coming through with the big bucket again. 20 TPE.
Another one?
Another one. And that
someone needs to ban this man.
Someone needs to ban him. But great job once again by Blake, getting another 20 going into next season. You love to see it. And we're going to keep it moving here in just a little bit. 3rd and 2 coming up. Thanks again for the giveaway, folks. And I'll go ahead and get everything right on my side so y'all know what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to come out with the victory here? That's the question.
It's still for grabs, but obviously I like Huntington Beach's chances right now with the way the game is.
From how you see it here, Dallas has to show that they can get into the end zone if they want to win this ball game, and they're going to hand it off. Easy bucket there for up to no good. Just getting over 50. Well, he was at 50 at one point, but now he's 54. Just enough for the first down. Then Huntington Beach keeps the ball.
Huntington Beach will keep this drive going, and at this point the clock is slowly becoming an enemy of Dallas. Every first down is crucial.
Turks asking, I don't know why Huntington Beach isn't running anymore. Well, they'll give it to him here. Here comes Upton using his blockers, doing the Statue of Liberty, and I think he might be a little short. Yes, he is. 2nd and inches coming up, and that's the last thing Dallas needs is for Huntington Beach's running game to start picking up speed.
Yeah, you really got to start getting everything running that line. Keep that run game in check.
2nd and inches. And they're going to fake it and give it to Upton, who's going to try to push forward. They try to get a little freaky, but Dallas's defense comes through clutch. It's 3rd and 3 now.
Yeah, number 77 there with a nice open field tackle to slow that down right away.
Great job by Calvin Thomas. Shout out to Cal Wu. That's my boy right there as they move into the single back formation. And they're going to pass out of it, looking for a man. Throws it left side and going to be caught. There goes Jeff Brown again. Had a touchdown earlier. He's coming through with a big play in the 4th.
Yeah, you just can't allow that to happen right there. There's too much separation between the Huntington Beach and the defensive backs, so it's almost too easy for action out there.
Send JoJo in motion here. Looking for another pass, I'm sure. Going to throw it short there to JoJo. Getting to the 20. That'll be a short game there. Action through an interception, but 20 for 26. This is something that I'm sure Dallas fans would like to see from their own quarterback, but not to be in this ball game.
Yeah, Church threw half as well as Action Jackson has been. This would be a completely different ball game. As it stands, though, Action Jackson going to find a nice open man in the middle with 42 Jeff Brown for yet another reception of his 1st and goal. And he is on his own in the middle of the field right there. No one guarding him at all. As Upton O'Good's going to get a carry, break a tackle, and then finally get pushed over from behind their 2nd and goal coming up from about the 4-yard line.
And I'm back again.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
You missed.
I see
You missed. Jeff Brown was just left wide open in the middle of the field. Not a soul to be seen.
Going with Levante Lewis, but it looks like Calvin Thomas is coming to play, trying to give his team some leverage here to get a stop. But a field goal, honestly, just as bad as a touchdown.
Yeah, you could argue that a field goal is marginally better, but yeah, not by much.
Still going to make it a 2-score game, right?
Yep.
And that's going to be hit as he throws, and luckily for him, luckily for Action Jackson Jr., that wasn't a fumble. That looked pretty close, but it's going to be a sack.
I mean, that, honestly, in my opinion, should have been a fumble.
Let's see where the knee goes. That was pretty close. I'm not even going to lie to you, but the referee says that his knee was down before the play. Kick is up, and that is going to be all day from Felix de la Chaume.
Another unfortunate break there for Dallas, and it's another 2-possession game. You got to find something. You got to find something quick.
We've seen that type of animation pop up a few times, and yeah, they lean towards that not being a fumble, kind of a weird setup there, but still have a full gameplay to have to make those type of plays. So if it don't happen in the clutch, I mean, it's kind of part of the process. I like to say Dallas needs to step up more on offense, more on the defensive side of things. Holding the team to 17, that's still a way for you to get a victory, but the offense has to get the points. They got to get into the end zone.
Absolutely. This offense has been more destructive to themselves than anything.
The one touchdown is all it takes. If they could get a quick score, they could definitely swing the momentum, get a late push here, as we see Quinn Robin pushing forward with a great return. That's definitely going to help, but they're going to need to score, get a quick stop, and then score again if they want to get the victory and move to the United Bowl.
Well, and part of the unfortunate thing is they're going to have to rely on Church's arm, which has been proven to be very unreliable today.
First and 10 coming up, the biggest drive of Dallas's history. Right here, right now, setting up in the pistol. Here comes Church, going to take a step back, throws it to the left, and going to be caught. Trey Glock with the tackle, keeps him in bounds. A very, very strong tackle there. But you see right there, 9 for 26. You hate to see that in your biggest game.
Yeah, and of those 9, 5 have gone to Quentin Robin. 5. That is insane.
The clock is going to continue to roll here. Passing it again, looking, another drop back, looking, and got his man open. There goes Robin for another catch, his second of the drive here. And it's first and 10, Dallas on the move again.
They finally cracked 100 yards passing on that in the fourth quarter.
First and 10 coming up here. Pistol formation, they got to go quickly. Not a lot of time to waste here. Here comes Church again. The pocket's solid. The pass is even better. And Robin with another catch, becoming his favorite target here today.
Yeah, I don't really understand why, but for whatever reason, Fowler and Riggs are just on clamps.
Outside of one big play from Fowler earlier in the game, hasn't really been too much from their two main targets, a wide receiver. And it's going to be another pass here. Steps back, looking to get some more yards, and just throws this one away. Not too much.
I mean, he definitely had a guy open, just sitting there waiting for the ball.
Where was that?
Chose to not throw it. Top of the screen, towards the sticks. So
yeah, you already know it's 4 down territory here. They need 2 scores via the touchdown to win this. So the field goal ain't going to help them out. Looking to pitch this right side. It's going to be caught in traffic. There goes number 89, Ernesto Romero. Going to make it first and 10.
I mean, I'd like to see them try and get something to Riggs or Fowler here, honestly.
But you also don't want to force it as well. X-Pac and Tyshawn Williams, proven cornerbacks. They know how to get the job done. And you see right here, quick pitch is going to be caught out the backfield. There goes number 87 getting into the mix. Who's that? Oh, Horsemonger again. The bot player getting into the mix. 2nd and 5. And the clock is just steadily going down and down and down with this drive.
Yeah, I don't know what they are doing here. wasting way too much time. This is turning out to be a 4.5-minute drive.
Like, you want to be aggressive for sure, throwing it, and there goes Riggs. He's going to make the catch for the first. He does get out of bounds, so the clock will finally stop. It's going to be first and goal here. They need to score here and now.
Yeah, this play right here needs to be a touchdown.
You want to be aggressive, but not too aggressive to the point where this very stingy defense here trying to take advantage of it. But got to make a play here and now. Can't be wasting too much time. Here comes Church, the pass rush, trying to get home, and it does for a second. And gonna be incomplete. Avoids the sack, and he barely got that one away. Second and goal. That could have been a lot worse.
That would have been terrible. I mean, the last thing you want to do is run 10 yards backwards when you're about to take a sack.
Church says he still has a lot of heart in those legs. You better come harder. Here comes Church again. Quick pitch and going to be caught. And there goes Fowler for the touchdown.
And there it is, the elusive touchdown finally coming in garbage time. And they're going to go for 2 here.
They need to, yes, most definitely. I forgot about that. A 2-point, and that will make it a field goal game if they was to get it completed. Left side and wide open, and this game is not over quite yet.
Now they need to stop, and you know what? They have been able to stop Huntington Beach quite consistently. So, I mean, if they get a stop and have some time, they could potentially work their timeouts and have enough time to get down the field for another score.
I didn't think it was garbage time versus Pittsburgh. I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen in that game. No, not at all. But Dallas, good job finally getting into the end zone. But now you need that strong defense of yours. Get a quick stop. And every first down that Huntington Beach gets from here is just going to rip the hearts out further and further. But still got some time here.
Very little of it. Time is exceedingly precious. And hopefully for Dallas, you get a quick.
That's actually really helpful there for Dallas right there. That's going to make them lose 10 as opposed to starting closer to the 30. Here comes first and 10 coming up for Huntington Beach. But you gotta love this playoff action right when you need it the most. I can't wait to see how this one ends. They got Lewis in the backfield. They'll give it to him, and a great stop in the backfield there by Jackson Storm. Might as well call the timeouts here. Dallas with a good start.
Yeah, for sure. And you can probably expect 3 runs here from Huntington Beach as they try and kill clock.
Definitely wouldn't try to pass the football here. Like I would, just like you said, keep the game on the ground, burn the timeouts. Don't want anything too crazy to happen. 2nd and 9 coming, but it looks like they're looking at something different. They're going to pass it and going to get close to the first down mark. And that was a very, very dicey pass there from Action, but he's got some big cojones for that one.
Yeah, 3rd and inches here, and I mean, if you're Dallas, you've got to get back into that backfield ASAP. Otherwise, you've wasted 2 timeouts for quite literally nothing.
They still have the 2-minute warning, so I guess they got that going for them, but let's see if they hand it off. Yes, they will. Easy first down, and that will be to the 35-yard line. No more timeouts coming, and Dallas, you're not looking very pretty right now.
Yeah, they needed that stop. They needed to get into that backfield, and they did not. So this is Huntington Beach's game to lose now.
The thing they really have to do is just make sure they hold on to the football, keep the clock moving. Hand off here. No, they're going to fake it. It's going to be a potential sack, but they throw it away over to the halfback. So it will be a loss of some yards, but they do keep the clock moving, which was the most important thing in their favor. That was a heads-up play there by Action, because I thought he
Yeah,
was going to
definitely
take the
keeps the
sack.
clock before the 2.
Does Dallas have a shot? Yes, most definitely they do. If they could get the stop, they'll have probably about less than 40 seconds, I think, if they was to get the stop here after the punch. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, we'll see.
They're going to hand it off, though. Here comes Upton, who's going to push forward, get back inside the 10 that they started with the first. It's going to be 3rd and 8 coming.
Get your mouse off the screen.
Hey, they can't see it, only you. I'm just here to torture you. 3rd and 8, though. Big play here for Dallas's defense. And they're going to pass it. Actually, it's Huntington Beach looking for the man, takes off to run and going to get sacked. And that is not the greatest of plays you want to run there. Dallas still has a chance here. A slim one, but a chance nonetheless.
And that's a big sack.
And drop it down as much as they can. And we're going to send it away to around the 25-yard line. Here comes the return by Quentin Robin. Any pass inside of the field of play is pretty much going to be the end of Dallas. So they got to target the outside.
Yeah, or they need to make a big one-hitter quitter.
Yeah, that'll work too, for sure, most definitely. But we'll see what happens here. 29 seconds left here in this ball game. Do Dallas have what it takes? They're going to throw it short, and that is not pretty. Going to get the
not at all.
first.
That is it. That is game.
Oh, that is not good. And they got 16 seconds. They may have one more play left in them for a Hail Mary attempt. Maybe. Actually,
you gotta hurry up. You got
5 seconds.
Hurry up right now. Snap that ball.
The ball is in your hands, Church. What do you got? He's going to throw it short again, and that is going to be destructive. In Dallas, you hate to see it, but it is not going in your favor tonight. Tough breaks there for sure. Not the greatest of plays you want to see. Church, he did his best, but as you can see, the best was not good enough here. And it looks like the Huntington Beach Voyagers will make another trip to the United Bowl after that crazy ending. Well, not so crazy, kind of destructive, but part of the process here. You got to get going. 17-14 is your score. And I know you got yeah, radio silence, right? Everybody good, we good. But I'm kind of scared to ask Caboose, how you feeling about Dallas going into next season?
I say it true. Not going to get the job done.
That's a tough break there for sure. I don't even want to ask you that. I'm just going to go into the stats, man. I'm sorry. Action Jackson Jr., though, he threw almost 80%. He threw a touchdown. He threw an interception, as did Church. 47% completion percentage. That is not a good sight to see, but what was that, Caboose?
Did you not hear me?
No, I didn't hear you breaking up.
At all? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I said that Dallas, they need to get a new quarterback in the draft. Church was absolutely abysmal in the first half of this game and was borderline mediocre in the second half. So they need a new quarterback.
Some breaks there for sure. Coming from the top of the building. And we're going to check out the stats real quick for you guys. Jeff Brown led the way for Huntington Beach. He was the main target, 9 for 100, 1 TD. Vernon Mills, 4 for 98, a great game there from him. Matt Grigsby 4 for 29, JoJo 3 for 20. Ty White there doing her thug fizzle with the catch for 14. It looks like Up to No Good had a drop there. Longest catch of the day went to Vernon Mills on a 48-yard bomb. On the other side, Quentin Robin was the leader here, 8 for 99. Fowler and Riggs, you see right there, only 4 catches, 41 yards, and a touchdown between the two of them. And the touchdown came just a tad too late, in my personal opinion. Tough breaks there for sure. Ernesto Romero 2 for 28. Not a lot of passing yards outside of Robin. And I know Caboose isn't really going to try to admit it, but you got to give credit once again to the Huntington Beach secondary here. They've been doing it all season long. They've done it against Dallas the last 2 times they played. I'm personally not surprised at how this went down in regards to how good the Dallas offense is. They're going up against Huntington Beach. I think Huntington Beach had their number, and it looks like they showed out today. But overall, a great game. Dallas, even with how it went out for you guys, don't take this to heart too much. You were down 3 points to the best team as per record in the league. There's still a lot to fight for here, and I see a lot of things coming good for you later on down the line. But gotta talk a little bit about Huntington Beach here. They did their thing. They didn't score a lot, but they scored enough. Dexter Jackson with the big game there, 10 tackles and a sack. Great job from him. McWells with 7. Blaze Henderson doing his thing with 3. Trey Glock with 5. Phenom Chisholm with 3. Looking at the sacks real quick. Chisholm, Dak Jackson, and Williams all got to church there. Great job from you guys. And Blaze Henderson did have a really good pick in the second half, I believe, if I can recall. Was it the second half? Pretty sure second half.
Second half, yeah.
Yeah. Kyshawn Williams with the huge day, and he was the one guarding Riggs. Kyshawn Williams had 4 pass deflections there on the day. Dexter Jackson with 2. Trey Glock with 1. Henderson with 1. X-Pac and McWells with 1. So that's a lot of pass deflections here that could have potentially been catches there for church. So I've seen a lot of deflections there tonight. And kicking wise, looks like, let's see, David Washington missed the field goal. And if you want to look back at it, they were lost by 3 and they missed the field goal. That 31-yarder from earlier could have been a tie ball game. You never know. Felix there, 1 for 1, had a 29-yarder, but he was perfect on all of his extra points. And looks like 7 kickoffs, 1 touchback there. And looks like the longest punt of the day goes to Washington with the 55-yarder. Felix with the 52. 5 for 237 there for Felix, and 4 for 209 there for Washington. Quentin Robin there, 4 for 107 on the kick returns. Moldy Cheese, 2 for 53. And punt return wise, both of them had 3 opportunities, but it looks like Robin wins that battle. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. We still have Uno Mas game to decide who goes to the United Bowl to meet up with the Huntington Beach Voyagers. And we got it going right here. It's coming up real soon. I gotta check something real quick. So are you gonna be free for this one? Oh no.
No, I will not be here for this game. Unfortunately, I have commitments this evening that I am taking care of.
Yeah, sorry about the lateness, everybody. We'll get this rolling though. Just send me the New Jersey expansion list, and I'll go ahead and get that out. We're all ready to go. So yeah, we'll go ahead and keep it moving here. We'll see you in a little bit. Mark it for like the next 30 minutes, so we'll get the next game rolling. But until then, stay safe. Congrats to Huntington Beach, and we'll see who they'll play next.